Guys, just at the beginning of this video, I just need to warn you that this is about the Choeung killing fields, and there are some very disturbing images in it, and you should be careful if you do view it, that some people are going to find it very disturbing. So just a warning there, just as it's not like my usual videos, etc. Okay guys, thanks then. Hi guys, welcome back. So we are today at the Genocide Museum in the Kingdom of Cambodia. We've been on the bus about 10 minutes and we just got off. We had a little history lesson there, rather complicated. It was little bits of it falling into place, but there was lots of power plays, double crossings and what have you. And yeah, the whole thing went rat shit in the end with Pol Pot taking over and
I think that's where the museum
devastated the country, yeah. So we're going to go around the museum shortly and have a look around. So we'll catch up with you soon. Bye. This is building S1 we're coming up to. We can't film inside it, we can film the outside, but 20,000 people were housed in this complex and 11 survived after the Khmer Rouge were overthrown. So it's a fairly terrifying place. This is a picture of the 4 children who survived under bundles of clothes when the Khmer Rouge went through the prison, killed all the remaining prisoners, and then left, and the place was overthrown by the Vietnamese. That wooden structure behind me is the gallows, where they used to pull the prisoners up. There's a hook at the top, but they'd handcuff them behind their backs, then pull them up by their arms until they dislocated, and then when they lost consciousness, they'd lower them back down. And to bring them round, they'd stick their heads in a big bucket of filthy water, shit or whatever, and that brought them round, and then they could continue torturing them. Individual cells where they held the prisoners, and one of the survivors we're going to meet a bit later on, but he was kept here for about 4 months being tortured until he was forced to say he was KGB, although he had no idea what KGB was. But he survived because he was a mechanically minded, he could fix typewriters, so that's how he survived, fixing typewriters for the Khmer Rouge. We're standing in front of a stand selling books, but this guy was one of the actual child survivors of the final days of the Khmer Rouge, hiding under the pile of bedding and things like that. And he's telling a bit of his story, and also he's signing books and things which you can buy. This is, so we just finished our tour of prison S1. Oh dear, I mean really the most terrible place, just like I felt when I've been to Auschwitz and Birkenau. You have to see it to believe it.
Very sobering.
But yeah, very sobering, gives you a lot to think about, and I can't really believe that it was going on when I was sort of in my early 30s, yeah, and we just never really heard about it. So yeah, it's very well worth a visit. It's very sobering, very moving, and very well done and very respectfully done. So, and the guide who took us round, her father was killed in 1995, fighting the Khmer Rouge
In Siem Reap.
In Siem Reap.
No idea it was still going
No.
on.
So yeah, unbelievable. So guys, that's the end of this short video. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, subscribe, and we'll catch you soon. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. So our coach has just arrived at the Choeung genocide centre, and we're going to have a wander around in there. I mean, it's still stunning, the scale of it. They had 388 of these killing fields, which they've now excavated, etc. And we're just going to go and see one of them. Bits of bones which just come up through the ground as the earth moves. These areas which are sort of concreted, surrounded by concrete, are the unexcavated areas. And the rest of it has been excavated, but there's just too much to excavate at the moment, so they're leaving them undisturbed. So the banyan tree behind me is called a magic tree, and it's called magic tree because they put a speaker up in the tree and blasted out communist music, and that was to keep the sort of screams and things at bay, so when new prisoners arrived they couldn't hear all the screaming. So the fronds of this tree were so sharp. This is what they used to kill some of the victims because they haven't got knives and things, so they just used the fronds, a cheap way of killing them. It took a bit of time sawing into their necks, but that was all part of the torture. This is the stupa, which is it's a monument where they keep the ash. You know, they keep them either in pagodas or stupas or whatever. But this is the one for here, which is sort of the the sort of memorial to them, where the ashes all get, and actually it's full of skulls and bones. It's a very sobering place to be, to really see it for yourself. Completes our tour of the killing fields. It's so sobering. You can't believe I felt like this at Birkenau and Auschwitz. You just can't believe man's inhumanity. You really can't. And you know the way they, you know, to kill the little children, they either grab them by the feet and bang them against. This is the babies. I mean, bang them against the tree.
While their mothers watched.
While the mothers watched, because they wanted the mothers to watch. Or they threw them in the air and then they put bayonets up and the children landed. I mean, you just can't.
Terrible.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. I mean, it's just absolutely...
And the guards were maybe 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, nice young ones, so they could educate them in the ways. And of course the guards were terrified of not doing what they had to do, otherwise they too would be killed. And there's a pit where all the Khmer soldiers who didn't do what they were told or didn't achieve their goals or whatever were beheaded and put in. I mean, the whole place is just so shocking, it really is. I mean, it's beautifully done and it is very moving, but yeah, completely and utterly shocking.
Almost too much.
Yeah, no, very, very difficult to see it. It really is, and we just had to come out the stupa because it's just too much. It really is. You just can't take it in.